Hi everyone, my name is Jessica and I'm here to read you a story. This is a story, it's called The Kissing Hand, that I read to my children every night before they go back to school for the first time. And I heard that you might be going somewhere new very soon. Maybe it's somewhere you've been before but you haven't been there for a really long time. And I think this story will help you feel a little bit better about going. It's called The Kissing Hand, and it's written by Audrey Penn. It's one of my favorite stories. The Kissing Hand. You see that raccoon and his mama? It's dedicated to Stephanie Rebecca Corin and children everywhere who love to be loved. Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried. Do you see his little tears on his eyes? I don't want to go to school, he told his mother. I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends. I want to play with my toys. I want to swing on my swing and read my books. Please, may I stay home with you? Mrs. Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do, she told him gently, even if they feel strange and scary at first. But you will love school once you start. Have you ever done something that felt strange and scary? You'll make new friends and play with new toys. You'll read new books and swing on new swings. Besides, she added, I know a wonderful secret that will make your nights at school seem as warm and cozy as your days at home. Chester wiped away his tears. A secret? What kind of secret? A very old secret, said Mrs. Raccoon. I learned it from my mother, and she learned it from hers. It's called the Kissing Hand. The Kissing Hand? Asked Chester. What's that? This page wants to stick together. I'll show you, Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand and she spread open his tiny fingers into a fan. She leaned forward and kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand, up his arm, into his heart. Even his silky black mask tingled with a special warmth. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. Now, she told Chester, whenever you feel lonely, just press your hand to your cheek and think, Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you. And that very kiss will jump to your face and fill you with toasty, warm thoughts. She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his fingers around the kiss. Now, do be careful not to lose it, she teased him. But don't worry. When you open your hand and wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick. Chester loved his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother's love would go with him wherever he went, even to school. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked thoughtfully. They go to school at nighttime because they're raccoons. Suddenly, he turned to his mother and grinned. Give me your hand, he told her. What do you think he's going to do? Let's see. Chester took his mother's hand in his own and unfolded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her hand. You see the picture? Now you have a kissing hand too, he told her. And with a gentle goodbye and an I love you, Chester turned and danced away. Look, he's going to school. He's running. He's really excited to get there. Mrs. Raccoon watched Chester scamper across a tree limb and enter school. And as the hoot owl rang in the new school year, she pressed her hand to her cheek and smiled. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. Chester loves you, it sang. Chester loves you. And there they are at school. Their school looks a little bit different than your school, I bet. I love you. We have a little tradition in our house, and every night before the first day of school, my children and I read this book, and then we take a marker and we draw a kissing hand on each other. And sometimes we don't put it right here because oftentimes it does get washed off, but that's okay. Even if you can't see the kissing hand, it's still there. But we take a marker and we make a heart right on our wrist. So it's still like our kissing hand, and we usually fill it in. Last year was a special year because my daughter Kinsley decided that we needed to do our kissing hand with a purple marker. And so that's kind of our tradition, but really any color would do. See, now I have a kissing hand. Maybe that's something that you and your family can do the night before you go to school, is to give you a kissing hand. And then when you go to school the next day and you're feeling a little unsure, or you are a little nervous, or you are surrounded by some new people or new things, you can just look down and see your kissing hand and remember that you are loved and that this is going to be a great day. And it's okay if it washes off a little bit because you know it's still there. I hope you liked this story.